Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Motivation with Miranda at our new time of 9:30. I want to talk about personal branding today. I'm really excited about this because this is a topic that it means a lot to me. It's something that I actually did most of my graduate work on was personal branding, and it's something that not a whole lot of people know much about. So do me a favor, and if you're watching live or on the replay, go ahead and drop in the comments anything that you know about personal branding. If you have some websites, a LinkedIn profile, a Facebook where you build your personal brand, go ahead and throw that in the comments too, just so I can take a look at it and other people can take a look at it. Really, the reason that I'm doing these shows is to raise awareness about what I do at Morley Career Solutions and what we do together with what I do together with Lee at Green Cow, and as well as with his Business Beyond Numbers. But another major reason that I do this is because I like to teach. Most of you guys know that I was a teacher for more than 10 years. I was a teacher, a college instructor, and now I loved teaching. I still do. And now this is one of the ways that I teach is by doing these videos. So great examples help us learn. If you have a great example, or just even if you don't think it's a great example, if you have an example of how you're building a personal brand, throw it in the comments for me. Say hi if you're watching live. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. Let me know that you're here, and let me know if this is valuable to you. All right, so personal branding, what is it and why does it matter if you're not a coach or an influencer? So people who bill themselves as a coach of some kind, if you're a health coach, if you are a business coach, if you are kind of an anything coach, and that term is pretty widely used now, or if you're some type of influencer, you're building a business around yourself and your expertise, then you probably have an idea of what personal branding is. But if you're not, if you're saying, okay, well, I'm in whatever it is that you are, I'm a professional, I'm a teacher, I'm an architect, I'm an accountant, whatever it is, I'm working for this company. Why do I need a personal brand? Why do I need a LinkedIn profile? Why do I need a website? Why do I need social media? Do I actually need those things? Well, that's a good question. And my answer is, for just about everybody, the answer is yes. And the reason that I say this is because when you having a solid personal brand is now a component of professional development. Just like almost everybody has a resume, just like almost everybody has some kind of a cover letter, introduction, throughout history, we've always had these ways of summarizing our professional experience. Now, with the way that technology is and the internet is, having a personal brand is a is just part of professionalism. And the reason for it is, number one, when if you're working for a company, if you have a LinkedIn profile or a website or something that just shows your expertise, if people can find you, that's going to reflect more positively on the company that you are working for. So, for example, I know that I've done some work for people who ask other people for money, whether they're in fundraising or sales. They work for a company asking other people for money. And what I found is that when those people who are making those phone calls have a LinkedIn profile, have a website, then people are more likely to give them money because they kind of have an idea of who they are. You might be getting a phone call from someone, it might be from an organization that you really care about, but if you don't really know who that person is, you might be a little bit less likely to give something or give more. And having a solid personal brand, so we get an idea of who this person is asking for money, that helps the organization. So that's why it's a piece of professional development today. What is a personal brand? Essentially, this is how you represent yourself online. It can be your LinkedIn profile, it can be your Facebook page, it can be a website, it can be one of these things, it can be many of these things. But the idea is there should be somewhere online where we can find out about you, not your business, but you, who you are as a professional, who you are, what's your background like, what are some of your personality traits or hobbies that make you a well-rounded person. Part of that is building a personal brand. And like I mentioned, that's only going to reflect positively on the company that you're working for, whether that is your own business or an employer's business. Now, of course, there's things that you can do while building your personal brand that can reflect poorly on your business or your employer, but that's a conversation for another day. And if you have questions about that, you can feel free to throw your question in the comments. And like I said before, if you have a website where you've built a personal brand, you want to give an example, throw that in the comments. You want me to take a look at it, put that in the comments as well. Your opportunities when you have some personal branding out there can only increase. When people can find you, they will find you with more opportunities, whether that be a job, a consulting opportunity, a volunteer opportunity, an opportunity to collaborate, a client. When you have a personal brand, you are more likely to get more opportunities. I can give you an example from my background. At one point, someone found me online. I had a website. At this point, I didn't even really, I had my business, but I wasn't doing a lot with putting it out there. And I was mostly teaching, and I had a teaching website. And I got a phone call from someone asking if I wanted to teach some classes part-time online. So that opportunity was something that only came my way because I happened to have a solid personal brand that was represented online. So this is how, those opportunities can come your way. Another reason why it's a really good idea to start building a solid personal brand right now, even if you are feeling pretty happy with your situation. So maybe you're working full time, your salary is pretty good, you're pretty happy with where you are. That's great. But that's also a good time to start building your personal brand, because oftentimes years in the future, when you decide, you know what, I want to go out on my own, or I want to be a speaker, or I want to be considered an expert on this and be someone that legal professionals rely on, or whatever it is, if you have started building that brand years before you need it, it's going to come in handy. So it's often a good idea to start working on that, even if you feel like you're in a really solid and good position right now. All right. So if you have examples again of where you are building your personal brand, throw those in the comments. So how do you get started with this? Well, it really doesn't have to be, it's not rocket science. It's not something that has to take a lot of your time. Sometimes all you are doing for a personal brand is a LinkedIn profile, and that's completely fine. Sometimes all you have is a website, or all you have is a Facebook page. Which platform you choose, or if you're using more than one platform, it really just depends on who your audience is and where you're hoping to be found. And again, that's something that I'd be happy to talk with you about one-on-one. Another example is a blog. Yesterday, I did a class for Green Cow. One of the things we do is we have free classes. You can join on Zoom or you can join in person, and we talk about things like this. And yesterday I did a class and I worked with a couple of people on blogging. And one of the things that we talked about is how your blog can help to establish you as a personal brand. You can connect that to your email list, and you can be sending out monthly newsletter emails about some kind of education in your area pretty simply without doing a whole lot, but that can really help to establish your personal brand. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. It might just be writing that blog once a month. It might be updating that LinkedIn profile once a week. But if you consistently put effort into establishing your personal brand, you're going to see organically and naturally your opportunities are going to start coming to you. Then when you're ready to really push things forward, you can also do some other things to propel this out there even faster. So if you are completely confused right now and have no idea what you need to do, the answer is simple. Having somewhere online where you are developing a personal brand is very important. If you don't know where that should be, you don't know what to put in it, that's fine. Contact me. I will be happy to talk with you about this. I offer free calls, free consultations. We also offer free classes and mentor groups through Green Cow, and you can connect with those and start developing that personal brand now, whether you're a student, whether you have a business, whether you are employed, and be ready for that next opportunity when it comes your way. So send me a message. Go to morleycareersolutions.com if you want to build a free or book a free consultation. Go to gogreencow.com if you want to see what classes we have coming up, or you are interested in joining a mentor group. Make sure you hit the contact us, fill out the form, we'll get in touch. All right, guys. Well, I will see you next week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and feel free to connect with me if you've got any questions. Bye.